products could be delayed. Well, with me is BBC Arabic correspondent Mohamed Taha to analyse all these latest developments. Mohamed, thanks for being with us. You could say, and as we heard from Antony Blinken's spokesperson, his mission is one of containment, making sure the conflict doesn't get any worse. What does he need to do to achieve that?
He needs to do a lot. This conflict is partially became now a regional conflict. We can see now 5 fronts of this conflict. There is the fighting in Gaza, the fighting in West Bank, the fighting on the Lebanese borders, the problems in the Red Sea with the Houthis, and finally the explosions in Iran, in Kerman. So there are 5 fronts at the moment that Antony Blinken needs to deal with, and it's a daunting task.
And no doubt he will be talking about Israel's plan for the future of Gaza. The elimination of Hamas from government is probably a predictable component. I wonder what you make of the other details of the plans and how they differ from other plans that are out there, including one put forward by the Palestinian Authority, which of course still runs the West Bank.
Indeed, it is. This plan is coming out of differences inside Israel about what should happen in Gaza after the war. So the vision is of the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is to continue the war, to be able to control Gaza in security and military terms, and his right-wing ministers want more Jewish settlement to come back to Gaza. On the contrary, Gallant and the army in Israel is seeing that, you know, they need to have a way out of this war. So this plan is to give some families, Palestinians tribe in Gaza, some control, and trying to make these tribes loyal to Israel after the finishing of the war. But this plan, as you mentioned, it is not clear, and the war cabinet in Israel is not all in agreement to this plan.
And perhaps just at the beginning of a negotiation as well. The US, obviously a staunch Israeli ally, has been urging Israel to exercise more restraint in recent weeks. When you look at the situation on the ground in Gaza right now, what we've been hearing from the Hamas-run health ministry about casualties over the last 24 hours, what evidence do you see that the US actually has influenced Israel in how it conducts itself in the war?
Of course, the United States has a big influence on Israel, but the problem again is the differences between views inside the war cabinet in Israel, whether to continue the war or not. It's apparent that the 3 targets of the war are not happening. Hamas is not eliminated. The hostages didn't return to Israel, or a lot of them didn't return to Israel. And now Israel didn't have a clear vision on what's the future of Gaza. I think the United States now priority is to stop the war and to make sure that it's not widespread more than that. And to end the suffering of the civilians.
Okay, Mohamed Taha from BBC Arabic, thank you very much for joining us with that analysis. In other news today, the former athlete Oscar Pistorius is due to leave prison